Want to be featured on the Rock Metal Podcast just like all the other great bands you've heard up to this point? Go ahead and hit me up, therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. Let me know. Let's work out the deets. The Rock Metal Podcast, episode 33 with The One They Fear.
Sounds good.
All right, Rock Metal Nation, I've got on the line today The One They Fear, a metalcore band from Albany, New York, and I'm super stoked to have them on. Today I'm joined by members of The One They Fear, Jake and John. So, Jake and John, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on?
Not a whole lot, just bracing the cold right now, minus 41 with the wind chill. So, I'm glad I'm inside. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Not too bad at all.
Not that cold here, but cold enough.
Winter inspires metalicious riffs is what we're going to be listening to today, as they say. That rhymed. I don't know where that came from, but I like it. So why don't you guys tell Rock Metal Nation a bit about yourselves, maybe what inspired you to get into music?
Well, we're a three-piece metalcore band from Albany, New York. We actually only do guitars, vocals, and bass. We program our own drums just because our actual live stage footage incorporates video, so we have that where the drummer would be at, so it gives you something to focus on as we play. Other than that, we got into music because we enjoy playing it. We enjoy reaching people, connecting with them on that level. It's cool to see what people take with them when they, listen to your music.
And it's just really like an outlet, an artistic outlet for all of us, because each of the three of us, we're all artistic in our own certain aspects, and music is one of those things that we're all artistic in that brings us together as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool. What's the story behind how you guys found each other, the three of you?
We actually all went to high school together, and we've made contact over the years. A couple of us have been in other regional bands around the area, and just wanted to start a project that was simple like this, just real simple dynamic, just make good tunes, and essentially just try to put them out on the internet for people to listen to.
Yeah, honestly, what else is there than that? Just make some good tunes, have some good times, and hang out with some friends at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's basically all we do.
Yep.
What inspired the name of the band, The One They Fear?
Well, The One They Fear is actually it's not a singular person. It's more of like that inner voice that makes you want to, stand up for something that you believe in. And also, a couple of us are kind of, nerd gamers, and it's a Skyrim reference. It's the main character from Skyrim, the video game. But, yeah, it's about it. It's that, that uplifting voice inside you that makes you want to, stand up, fight back, fight for what you believe in.
When you guys get together to write songs, what is that like?
Well, are you familiar with the band Killswitch Engage?
I am.
Well, our lead guitar singer, Rick, he's our Adam D. He's the guy that kind of brings the riffs, brings the time signatures and the tempo for the song, and then we jam it out, try to construct some form out of it, and then from there we'll go through the lyrics a little bit. Once we get everything kind of assimilated, we have we call him our producer, but he's one of our best friends from high school too as well, Jason York. He comes in, he's puts that polish on it for us, helps us kind of make sense of the areas we're struggling in, and he actually has master's degrees in sound engineering and studio recording and stuff like that. So when we're ready to go record, we try to keep everything really together, nice and tight, and hopefully a good song comes out of it in the end.
And he usually makes sure of that.
Yeah.
Well, also, it's really, I don't know what I'm looking for, but to be able to give your song to somebody else after you spent all that time working on it and have them find strong points. It could be stronger, weak points. It could also be stronger, things like that. It shows a lot about your guys' character that you're looking to succeed as well.
Yeah. Well, we try to be professional in all aspects of what we do with the music, just to, I don't know, that's just how we try to present ourselves.
Yeah, you can't get hung up on things that you write that might not fit the part. You might like the riff that you wrote, but when you try to fit it into a song, sometimes it's not necessarily the perfect fit, and you can't get hung up on feelings about it when somebody else is like, man, that's just not technically correct.
Yeah.
So you just have to do it right, And once you finally get it right, man, the end result is beautiful.
Speaking of end results being beautiful, let's go and listen to the first song, Wolves. All right, coming back from Wolves, what was the inspiration or story behind Wolves?
Wolves is actually off of the Silence's Consent EP. It was our first EP that we did, but we also did it as a concept EP where the 4 songs follow a social
storyline.
Yeah, it's a social movement through the 4 phases of protest, the repression of that protest, a revolution, and then the end result after the rebirth of whatever you were trying to fight against, essentially. But Wolves was the beginning of that, and that's the protest part. Do you realize what you've done? Where you're kind of addressing what issue you have with the powers to be.
Okay. I dig it. Let's go and listen to the next song, This Cursed Hope.
Wave after wave of
All right, counterfact from this Cursed Hope. Same question. What was the inspiration or story behind this Cursed Hope?
Cursed Hope is actually the third song on the EP, and that follows into the Revolution part of it. And it's, again, the hope is that the outcome will be the positive outcome that you want. The curse, unfortunately, is knowing what price you're going to have to pay to get that outcome.
Mm-hmm. Very cool stuff. Now, what exciting news do you guys have coming up for Rock Metal Nation?
We're actually in the process right now of recording a new single called Fearless, and we're hopefully going to be putting it out here the end of January.
Ooh, a new single called Fearless, hopefully coming out in January. So definitely keep me up to date on that one, and I will either just blast it out myself, or we could even have you guys on the show if there's enough new stuff to justify an interview.
Awesome. Sounds great.
How can Rock Metal Nation find out more about you? Is there a website that they should go to?
Yes, the onetheyfear.com has links to all our social media, video, radio, online stores. Or you can always hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, just everything. You can search the One They Fear band.
All right, so Rock Metal Nation, go to theonetheyfear.com. There you're going to have links to the online stores, radio, videos, social media. So if you are a social media deviant, you can definitely search them up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Are you guys on YouTube?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And Evo.
Yeah, everywhere. So look everywhere for your favorite social media site. Search the One They Fear band, or just go to theonetheyfear.com. And also as well, if you enjoyed the tracks you heard here, there's going to be a new single called Fearless coming out in the next couple of months. So definitely stay tuned for that. Now, guys, unless there's anything else you want to throw out there, I just wanted to thank you for coming on to the Rock Metal Podcast and sharing your creativity with Rock Metal Nation.
Oh,
thank you. Thanks for having us, man. This has been great.
All right, Rock Metal Nation, hopefully you just found your new favorite band and the One They Fear. Big thanks again for them for coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to check out all the information from the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation.